Hello, I'm Guillaume from Formerland, and I'm presenting you what we are doing today for the verification of REVM. So REVM is one of the most popular Rust implementation of the EVM today, and it's in particular used by most of the ZKVM and all the benchmarks what we are currently seeing for the future implementation of Ethereum and zero knowledge. So it's quite a critical piece of software. And by verification, we mean a formal verification to show the equivalence of the implementation of the EVM in Rust to a model in Rock. So Rock is the theorem prover that we are using. And if we achieve this project, we'll be able to show that there are no possible runtime failure in REVM. So it is quite important, and there have been a bug a few months back halting the chain briefly on REVM. We will be able to show also the backward compatibility between successive versions. So it will also reduce the risk of bugs as there are frequent upgrades in the Ethereum ecosystem. There was a Fusaka just today. And finally, we will be able to show the equivalence between REVM and other implementation of the EVM. So it also makes us more certain that the chain cannot diverge and prevent all kinds of attack. And the difficulty is that it's formal verification done at the implementation stage. And Rust is a very complex language for a lot of reasons. And also the EVM itself is a complex virtual machine, and the implementation is, as a result, complex. There are about 10,000 lines in the core of the EVM implementation in Rust. What we use for this verification is our tool Rock of Rust, which aims to enable the verification of any kind of Rust code using the Rock proof system. So the idea is that after you can make Rust programs that are proven correct for any possible input. And the code we were looking today is the implementation of the div operator. It takes two parameters that are the current state of the EVM, and we see that it does two calls to macro at the beginning, and after there is a branching and a call to an external function taking a reference as parameter. So the way we show it equivalent to an idiomatic model in Rock, that we reason in two steps. First step, we take the output generated by a Rock of Rust, and we show that it's correctly typed. So here we take the same parameters as we have in the Rust code, but with explicit Rock type and type classes. And we show that the function that Rock of Rust generated can be well typed in this setting. It's mostly done automatically, apart from the type classes that we need to destruct by hand for now. We could automate that later. And after we show the equality with a purely functional definition that we have here. So the statement, what it says, it's lemma div ec. There are a few lines with all the parameters of the function. And after we create the two references to the interpreter and the host. We are hard coding for now the references with indexes in the current stack. And then we say that if we execute the function on a stack where is the interpreter and the host well positioned, then we will execute to a result that is the same as the purely functional definition that is below the tree symbol. So the output is the TTV unit value, and it's a success. It means that it cannot panic. And after, for the definition, we have made equivalent definition for the gas and the pop macro. Once the two are executed, we take the pop of the variable R, that is the array of the EVM stack, and we do the if that we have also in Rust. And depending on the result of the if, we either do nothing and let the interpreter state as it is, or we update the top element in the stack with the result of the wrapping division. So when we show this equality, what we do is that we progress step by step on the lines of the function, and we use the interactive mode of Rock. So here is an example of intermediate state where we are calling the is0 function, and this function takes as parameter a reference that is op2. op2, we don't see that it's a reference in the Rust code because Rust has an implicit cast between reference and values, but it's actually the case once you enroll all the definitions. That's why this is0 function takes here a pointer, and this pointer is a some pointer in the interpreter value, and it points to an element of the stack, and after it goes even below to take the top element of the stack. Yes. And after we need to specify what this is0 operator is doing. So as it's a function defined in a library, the alloy library to define 256 bits integers. We write a specification here. We axiomatize the is0 operator as a function taking two 256 bits integer and returning a bool. And we say that it behaves as a function doing a read of the pointer that we provide as a parameter and applying the is0 function on the output, or propagating the exception. So for now, it's quite verbose, and we could provide better notations for that later. And after we unroll this definition, and we can conclude the proof of equivalence. Yes. So now we'll continue on the arithmetic operators to cover the equivalence of all the operators of the REVM with an idiomatic definition in Rock. And overall, the main difficulty is that the code of the REVM is using a lot of Rust features. So we unpop all these features one by one, doing a rather manual proof to start with, and we automate when we have cases that are repeated. Yeah, thanks.